you to take action. Warning, your faith is now being increased to the level it takes to move my rise.
Some ideas about
this message.
the warrior. Who would win? The boxing champion or the MMA fighter?
I discipline my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline, where we get it in every day.
You can't hear that clear, let me know.
Welcome to the house of discipline.
Or if it's too loud,
Welcome to the house of
let me know, let me know.
Welcome to the house of discipline. Grind city all day. It tastes great. You gotta cook all that weakness, laziness, fear out of it. You gotta kill it all. Until all that remains is a team. It's not the politicians that change the world. It's the people who are disciplined. Those that can stay disciplined will eventually rule the world. Don't make excuses and make adjustments. You see, excuses are infinite. Opportunities are rare. You gotta seize the moment. You can't breathe because you're choking on excuses. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline, where we get it in every day. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Grind city all day. I don't worry about the competition. See, they can't swim. So all I gotta do to win is just drown them and sweat. Ain't no lifeguard out here won't save you. You gotta learn to swim when you're chasing trends. On social media, looking for likes, chasing followers. I'm out here king. They don't stand for dollars.
All right, y'all. 30 seconds to walk, 30 seconds to talk. All right, y'all. Billy Orr's books. Make sure you go check them out if you haven't already. Get some encouragement before you work out. Today we talking about the boxer, the champion boxer versus the MMA guy, the MMA fighter. Who would win in the battle? You know what I'm saying? Who would win in the battle? And that's what we're talking about today, because sometimes you in a battle. Sometimes you're in a battle with yourself. Should I work out? Should I not work out? You know what I'm saying? Peace and love, peace and love. And you start to see when we go beyond the average thought, this is dealing with thinking. Should I do it? Should I not do it? You're constantly asking yourself questions. And you got to, listen, depending on what you ask is depending on what you're going to get done. So if you ask me, it depends on the thinking of one of the fighters. You got the MMA fighter. You know what I'm saying? He might not be a champion, but he might be very good. And he has this idea very similar to Michael Jai White when he says, yeah, I'll beat Bruce Lee. A lot of people wasn't checking that type of thinking. Yeah, I'll beat Bruce. That's what he said, Michael Jai White. So what I'm trying to say, when you think about the thinking, he was trying to tell you something about the tough warrior mindset. So my thing is, forget about the belt. If the other person got that tough warrior mindset, regardless of the belt, listen, he could go in like the SWAT team. That's what we're talking about today. But anyway, how y'all doing today? Awesome. Did y'all had enough turkey? Did y'all had enough turkey? And if you like this warrior mindset, let me know, because we got a seminar coming up too.
Things that make you uncomfortable while you taking selfies.
Let's go.
Snapchat filters. I'm in the gym and it won't wait till the ball. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline, where we get it in every day. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Grind city all day. I don't grind like this.
setting up the ball.
One vision and one vision only, and that's to be the best that's ever done this. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Where we get it in
All day. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Grind city all day.
a champion's life revolves around discipline, self-mastery, seizing in control of one's own mind, and then harnessing the full potential and power of focused thought. One who is king of his own mind will eventually be king of the physical realm. Therefore, I don't dilute or pollute my mind with thoughts that produce average outcomes. All I project is greatness.
Grind, baby.
Planning and
With love
cultivating
daily.
an environment that is conducive to success. I'm a real interior designer. I get up
Boom.
every day and design my life from the inside out.
So once again, y'all, Dr. Billy is telling you, when you have the MMA fighter versus the champion boxer, it depends on the mind and the grind. The mind and the grind. Let that mind be in Christ also be in you. Come on, y'all. You see your man, what's his name? George Foreman used to come to the ring. He used to pray before he did a fight. He go to the ring, to the post, get on his knees, whatever he had to do, make sure he stay in alignment. And we see Rocky do this in the movie too. You know? Appreciate y'all. Listen, we over here doing what we gotta do. It's called honestly expressing yourself. We're not doing it like nobody else. But thank you for your ideas. Listen, I challenge you. I asked you guys yesterday, if you could be any martial arts on the planet, who would you be? I forgot to tell you, but I put it in the comments. Stop choosing somebody else and choose yourself. Stop trying to box like somebody else and box the best way that you could do it and get better. This is how I give it up. So I respect everybody who's looking for something. Listen, stop looking in the wrong place. I'm not trying to look like nobody else but myself. But I appreciate you for your comments and your honesty. All right? Let's get it. Once again, stay blessed, keep down the stress. All right? If you do what you got to do on the inside, the outside going to change. It's not just about the outside. That's why a lot of people get surgeries and all this stuff, because they don't love themselves. I don't care if you got a 4.5 pack. Love yourself. I don't care if you got a 4.5 pack. You know what I mean? 16 pack. Love yourself. You heard? All that other stuff is going to come. You know what I mean? Stop letting people trying to slow you down. Keep yourself moving. Let's go.
Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Where we get it in every day. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Grind city all day, please. And you don't want to mess with me. I'm a beast. And you don't want to mess with me. And all the champions say I'm a beast. I'm a beast. And you don't want to mess with me. And all the champions say I'm home, dedicated, and fearless. Home, dedicated, and I'm fearless. Home, dedicated, and I'm fearless. Home, dedicated. They don't want none. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline. Welcome to the house of discipline.
Let's go.
Where we get it in every day. Welcome to the house of discipline.
Let's
To
go.
the house of discipline.
Discipline. Listen, discipline. You know how many people
City all day.
was talking crap
Area of my life is
while we was doing the work?
I woke at the highest.
You think that's going to change? No. Forget the naysayers. Put the work in. Forget the naysayers. I'm checking your comment now. Put the work in. Less of this, more of this. It don't matter where your weight is at. That don't matter. I can't understand some of your comments. Let me see. Oh, I see it now. Somebody else was in another language. Take care. Peace. You already know. Thank you for the high energy. I see you. Thank you so much. Let's keep pushing. Jason, this ain't about boxing. This is about self. Move yourself. Move yourself. You know what I mean? Stop worrying about looking like somebody else. Move yourself. However it come out, it's going to come out. And get better at it. That's what this is about. So if you come here to look at what you're learning at the gym, no. This is years, different study, different disciplines. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna do it like nobody else. So I'm glad that you see it don't look like what you normally see. You know, this is not about that. This is about moving yourself. It's a movement system. You know what I mean?
Discipline, consistently doing what it takes to be successful. Today I vow to
If I lay hands on you, is that boxing? Jason?
giving me the strength to overcome me.
If me and you meet up and I lay hands on you and I can hit you 10 times in 30 seconds, would you call that boxing then? If I can hit you about 10 times in 30 seconds and you could not block every one of them, would that be boxing, Jason?
God be the glory.
That's a question for Jason.
Truth is the new
Let me
plan,
know.
the couture for greatness. Get your
Let me put on my other
t-shirts
song.
now.
All right, y'all, so listen. The boxer versus the MMA fighter. Let me put on my next song. Pardon me, y'all. And if y'all like the sounds, let me know. Because this also encourage you. You know what I'm saying? To get the work done. Thank y'all. So you could also get something. It could be a resistance band. It could be a belt. And what you're going to do from there, you're going to attach it to something so you can get your cardio. Jason, is that Jason? Nope. That's right. Mind over matter. Facts. Work. Right. Over and over until you perfect it. Facts. Facts.
Marriage is being restored. Victory over all forms of addiction. Job promotions. Average people becoming millionaires. Warriors becoming blessed and unstoppable. These videos will motivate and inspire you to take action. Warning, your faith is now being increased to the level it takes to move mountains. Arise, champion. I'm Billy Allsbrooks and I approve this message. I'm about to get in your feelings.
I love you, Mommy.
See, if you spent as much time on your success plan as you did your Kiki challenge, you'd already be successful by now. Oh, I ain't trying to say that to hurt your feelings now, but you tune in to me because I keep it real with you. I love you too much to let you stay where you're at. You got greatness in you, and all this other stuff you're doing. It's just a distraction. Drink, build your dream. Don't you think it's about time you start building yours? Ain't nothing wrong with imitating somebody else. See, what you imitating is the wrong thing. You trying to wear the chain like he got, ride in that car like he got, walk with the swag like he got, trying to get that record deal like he got. Instead of doing all that, why don't you imitate the grind that he got? You can't achieve success by copying the outside of what he's doing. You gotta copy what's going on the inside. The inner talk, the inner conversation.
Anna,
With whoever it is, all the
Come on,
greats,
y'all.
what you need to find out is what they
listen. This is what separates the champion boxer versus the MMA fighter. What are they thinking? Forget about the training. Forget about the training. What are they thinking first? Because somebody got on here the other day and criticize how I was hitting, with the boxing gloves against something. Listen, some warriors do that. They hit the tree. They might hit the pole. You know what I mean? Why? Because it's a different type of training. So what we got to be doing is always gaining. Let's encourage each other, especially if, we just playing soft. Oh, well, I'm going to just hit the bag. There's certain things I would not do in training. I feel you. But the main thing is sometimes we pacifying it. Put some gloves on, it's like putting a pillow on. You know what I'm saying? You put the gloves on, it's like putting a pillow on. And hit whatever object you got to hit. We seen it in the Shaolin Temple. The guys was hitting steel. They was hitting trees. They was kicking trees in Thailand. Come on, let's stop it. Now, I know some of y'all want your wife to, rub your legs and all that. So I understand. You're going to put those pads on. And you're not going to go bust so far, but you want to be able to hold yourself down. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Some of the brothers, they're walking around. They got issues with their body because of extreme training. So I get it. But at the end of the day, y'all, keep your mind up, keep your grind up. Let's encourage one another to keep moving versus judge everything we see versus, you know what I'm saying? Get something in or give us a better way. So I'm grateful that the brother was saying, it's just like you're safer. Yeah, you got to be safe versus sorry. And this also, once again, connects to the MMA fighter versus the boxing champion. Now, before I finish that, I got to play a little bit more of this and I got to get another set because I'm talking too much. I got to balance it, you know what I mean? 30 work, 30 talk. All right, mind up.
All that stuff on the outside is just fruit of what's going on the inside. Think like a champion. Grind city. Stop talking and go get it. Grind city. Stop talking and go get it. Grind city. Stop talking and go get it. Dream big and let your grind do the talking. Grind city. Stop talking and go get it. Grind city. Stop talking and go get it. Grind city. Stop talking and go get it. Dream big and let your grind do the talking. My daddy used to always tell me, whenever you get lost in life, son, you gotta go back to basics. And see, the basics around here is the grind.
The grind, baby.
All that stuff you
The
don't
grind.
and get your mind back on that stuff you know.
The grind for your mind. The grind. All right, y'all. So listen. Muhammad Ali used to say, I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. This is connected to the MMA versus the champion boxer. I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Listen, you know how many times Muhammad Ali said, I am? Those two powerful words by itself will determine who's gonna win that fight. You know what I'm saying? Forget about the physical skills. What is the mental conditioning skills? The guy who's saying I am, listen, you're gonna see them sparks flying. The guy who's saying I am, he knows something that the other guy might not know. I'm just saying though, the physical skills is just a poquito. Let me give you some references. Bruce Lee said 90 mental agility, 10% physical agility. So what you not getting? Well, I had to learn how to get it. He didn't say work for 3 hours, that's gonna help you better. No, consistency. Actually, to be very, very clear, correct, consistent, and long periods of time with your practice. Don't mean 3 hours. You can get something in an hour as long as you're consistent and you do it correctly. You know what I mean? Please share your thoughts. Please share your thoughts about the MMA fighter versus the boxing champion. You know what I'm saying? Who would win? And tell me why. Because we seen Kimbo Slice. Very great. You know what I'm saying? With his hand styles. He was a street fighter. He came in there, street brawler, knocking them out left and right in the hood, right? He got into the MMA. He was doing this thing, but he had some challenges. Why? Because a lot of those guys been doing certain skill sets that he was just learning how to do. Did he lose a couple fights? He sure did. You know what I mean? He got even caught up in one of those moves, I believe, called the crucifix. So what did I learn? The fighter must learn to adapt. The fighter must learn to adapt. Add new elements. Add new elements so he can be prepared at all times for whatever fighter. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to be versatile. You know? I see guys in Taekwondo sometimes they keep their hands down. Why are you going to keep your hands down when you know the boxer's going to come for that base? You know? Keep your hands up and still express those kicks. And learn how to punch. That's just the way we teach it. Balance it out. 50 legs, 50 hands. Not 80 legs, 5% hands. No. You got to mix it up. Grind. My time. Yeah. Thank you, artists. I see you. I see you. More work, less talk. That's right. That's what Billy trying to tell you. Mind over matter. I like that comment. Mind over matter. What you want to work will work. Practice and keep over and over. Keep. That's right. Keep going until you perfect it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Adam. That's what I'm talking about, Adam. Let me see. Okay, appreciate y'all for your comments. As a person who has done both and loves both, I would say more MMA, obviously, has more tools. But I keep talking about, keep telling people, educate your hands first, and then you can go and do the groundwork or the kicks. Yes, come on, y'all. Knowledge. Listen. Knowledge. Yes, educate yourself. This is what separates one guy from the other. Now, I've seen fights where the Tai Chi guy was facing off against another MMA guy. What happened? He got laced up. 10 seconds. Why? Not prepared. All he did was, y'all ready? Yeah. He rushed him. He put that thing on him. He came at him. Listen, so this is what happens. Now, Tai Chi in and of itself, let's talk about it right here. If mixed with the right thing, and also if it's done from Tai Chi combat perspective, very effective. If it's done from a health perspective, nowadays, and you don't know how to do the push hands and the shin na, and you know, basic stuff that they even teach in Shaolin Kung Fu, this is where people get their butt kicked. I'm trying to say, this is where you would get your butt kicked. So if it was the Tai Chi guy versus the MMA fighter, he could get it just like that guy got. I seen another guy, same thing. Because traditional versus the modern. You got all of these other tools that now we know we need to add on, such as grappling skills. You fighting a guy who's going to take you down, do you know how to get him off you? Do you know how to turn him over? Do you know how to, come on. If you don't know, then you're going to get caught out there like they did to one of the baddest fighters, the Black Dragon, Ron Van Cleef. He got in there against Gracie family, and you already know what happened, family. Tap, tap, tap. And he's a wonderful fighter. We're not taking that away from him. But he got caught out there. Why? Listen, better watch that Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Right? Shout out to the Black Dragon. You know, he been doing it for years, and he's nasty with it. Yeah. I put one of his videos. I put it up again. Yes, he's been doing it for years, and he's always training. So I salute to that warrior, because he's been putting that work in. He's even got better since he had that fight. So you never know. He might have one of those, I think he's still doing jiu-jitsu though, jiu-jitsu tournaments. So shout out to the Black Dragon Von Van Cleef. So once again, y'all let me know, because it also depends on the skill level. Peace. So educate yourself, get more knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was telling the person, listen, Oh, that's not boxing. Listen, when you say let's go, you think I was worried about boxing when I had to defend myself in the hood? No, I was not worrying about boxing. I was worrying about trying to get out that situation because somebody was trying to come at me wrong way. And when I had to just throw them up, I had to throw them up. Was I worried about boxing and perfect punching? Freaking no. I got conditioning, which is one thing I'm trying to express to you. Move. Stay your butt in shape. Keep your butt in shape. Because it's also wonderful to your mind. Make sure you get your prayer up. And if you need to throw these out, listen, it's gonna help you. So let's stop being so criticizing. You know what I mean? Because before I learned all the stuff that I know now, it worked for me. And I'm not trying to say don't know. Always know better. But let's just get into this thing of always judging people because they don't punch like you punch. They don't punch like Michael Jai. They don't punch like Billy Blank. They don't punch like Bruce Lee. Listen, if you get them things up and you do in a condition, somebody gonna feel something. Haha. You know what I mean? So let's just stop it. You know what I mean? That ain't boxing, no. This ain't just boxing. This is also physical fitness. Get your butt in shape. Because sometimes we talking and we ain't walking nothing out. And I try to encourage people, move. I don't care if you're doing Tabo. Just move your butt. Move your butt flow. You know what I'm saying? Move your behind. That's what the true grind is. And yeah, perfect your punches on the way. Know the difference between sport and self-defense. Do I need to punch like a boxer in order to defend myself? No. Do I need to punch like a boxer to defend myself? No, no, no. Is it very effective? Yes. Is that the only way? No. These are the facts. These are the facts. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So let's try to let's stop keeping ourselves in the box. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're doing something for yourself, calisthenics wise, you know what I'm saying, hitting on something like I'm about to hit on some of these trees. Listen, do what it do and feel it. And you're gonna get something out of it. You're gonna get something out of it. Oh, you shouldn't punch that. You shouldn't hit that. You should just hit hit the punching bag. Listen, stop being so soft. Stop being so soft. Sometimes you gotta get that hard. You know what I'm saying? Keep you humble too. Gotta hit something. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. But guess what? You want it to hurt when you hit somebody, right? Stop playing soft. Train yourself. Train yourself. Stop limiting yourself. You ain't gotta do it like me, just do it the best way you know how. Use your waist when you're punching. Don't do this. I see some guys telling you to punch, they're telling you punch like this. This ain't pity pat. You might as well just go over there with your brother, your sister. That's the worst way that you can hit somebody. Come on. You need to put your waist into it. Shout out to the Grandmaster, Fast Feet Fontaine. Put your waist and they will get a taste. I'm not doing like this, even if I did it from here. I'm not doing that. No. Waist. Bend. You know what I'm saying? Waist. Bend your legs. And you're going to get a lot more out of it. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it. And I don't know. That guy who put that there, I'm looking at him like, what are you talking about? You got to put the waist so they get a taste. You got to put the legs into it. Why? Because Quentin Rampage, the MMA fighter, told you. They said, how you punch so hard? He said, I hit. Listen, he said, I hit from my ass. What does that mean? He's using the power of his legs and his glutes. What did he know? He knows something that a lot of people don't know. just not about the hand. It's about the waist that's connected to the legs and the glutes. Which you think is stronger, the legs or the hands? You tell me. What do you use more? Okay? What if I scared to fight? Listen, if you scared to fight, let me tell you the first rule. The first, not the worst, in self-defense. Eliminate the fear first. Why go into training using the blocks and all this if you didn't even deal with the fear first? Get with a coach. Get with a trainer. Learn how to eliminate fear. Then you could go learn all the blocks and whatever, strikes, and Michael John White tried to tell y'all that on YouTube. Do not depend on techniques alone. How many of y'all seen that video? If not, I'm gonna put it back up for you. You put up the questions. This is a question and answer. So we talked about who would win against an MMA fighter or a champion boxer. For those who just coming in, I'm just recapping. I said it depends on the mind, which also connects to the grind. You heard Billy Osbrook say that. Where's the mind at? Did they deal with the fear? Did they deal with anything that has limiting beliefs in it? That's right. Which also cause people to self-sabotage. Not do a certain thing that might help them in their journey to get better as a warrior. No, I'm not going to do nothing. No, I'm not going to work out today. No, I'm not going to spar. No, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. You will talk yourself out of it. How do you deal with the fear? Tell it to go. How do you deal with the fear? Tell it to go. Tell it to go. Some people, they write down what they fear, and then they write down something that's better that they're not going to be fearful of. I'm wonderfully and fearfully made. I didn't receive the spirit of fear, but love, power, and a sound mind. You get something for the warrior mindset. Deal with the fear. Do what you fear. Run through the fear. Stop letting fear stop you. You punch through the fear. You go around it. You go under it. Don't let it stop you. As the ancients say, it's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. Okay? Caution is okay, but don't be fearful. So, let's answer another question. My girlfriend asked me to spoon, let me see. Sir, what do you think about wrestling? Listen, I love wrestling. Listen, we see in the animal kingdom, listen, we see the wrestling of the animals is natural. For those who came up, you always like wrestling with your friends. Come on, let's get it. What you got? Let me show y'all. You know what I mean? Especially if you was influenced by Shaw Brothers movies and stuff like that, or you had a mother or father that was into physical fitness, or somebody in your family who stood in good shape, or you seen Jack LaLanne, or whoever you saw, Michael John White, Bruce Lee, and that made you want to learn how to do it. Observational learning. You know what I mean? So once again, wrestling is awesome because when it comes down to it, and you're not punching and you coming in, and yeah, you better learn how to get them off you. You better learn how to pop and drop, right? They on top. You better learn how to rock them off, right? Yeah, we got to know, okay? Knowing is half the battle. Thank you for that question. Wrestling, yeah. So anyway, I appreciate all your comments. Learn. Come on, when you learn, you earn. I read that in school and I thought it was just about money. It's not just about money. It is about your mind and also spirit. You got to grow spiritually. You got to mature, right? Yeah, you got to mature, right? And I thank everybody for moving, for just being able to remember. This whole question was about you. It wasn't really about all of these other guys. Like I said, who would you be if you had to choose one fighter you could beat? Everybody should have been saying myself. Because you got stuff that you could do that Michael Jai White cannot do. You got stuff that you can do that Bruce Lee can't even do. Why? Because I know something about you. I know something about the divine power in you, the good power, the noble power, the supreme power. And we all have different talents. We all have different gifts and abilities. Nobody could do it like you could do it. You have to come into the knowledge of yourself to understand and comprehend what I said about that. So this whole conversation just wasn't about them. It was about understanding that thought. It wasn't really about the MMA guy versus the boxer. It was about the thought versus the grind or the emotion. If you don't think it and you don't believe it, you're not going to do it. So who's going to win? You know what I'm saying? If you don't think you could do it, are you going to go do it? So you already know who won. On the other hand, if you know that you're blessed and unstoppable, what you going to do? You're going to do those things. You're going to put some action on them things so that you can manifest more. So that you can manifest more. That's just the laws of how it works. You say it, you got to go do it. Don't forget to go see it. See it. Not here. Close it. Walk by faith, not by sight. Make sure you say it so it go back in the loop. The loop is occurring. You're going to see more benefits, okay? We all have an army that surrounds us. The kingdom lives in... Yeah, you go. Talk about it, Jay. All right, Joe. Thank you, Jay. I see you, JB. I appreciate you. That's right. All. Not just one. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about sports like football or basketball, not martial arts? Listen, I said move. I didn't just say move to martial arts. Basketball was one of my favorite sports when I came on it. Got into karate after that. Physical fitness after that. But boxing was, basketball was my favorite sport. Actually, I think that's the song. Basketball, my favorite sport. Anyway, the main thing was this. I love basketball. And it's great because some of those same elements that we use in fighting, we also see in basketball. So yeah, I told my students this about a week ago. Learn how the basketball player jumps because you want to jump high like Taekwondo fighters. Understand the mindset of a basketball player. What does he do to jump higher? How does he train his muscles? How does he train his mind? Does he have good defense and offense? Very similar to martial arts. So it's excellent. Football, same thing, because you are doing what? Come on, contact. Contact. Now, if you get into a match and you never experienced that, it's like a two-hand touch. A guy who played two-hand touch versus a guy who never played tackle. And when you go against a guy who played full contact, you might not be able to get them stacks the same way because you got to hit them a different way. I went against a guy right here, right over here, right here. The guy was in the military. When I was hitting him with the focus, he says, no, hit me. I got to go to war. Hit me. I said, okay, I'm looking. I said, did you hear what this guy just said? He said, yeah, hit him. I said, okay. And I'm going to keep a buck with you. I wasn't used to hitting people with that level of intensity. So what happened? Unless it was in a street fight. So what happened? I got a little bit tired after a while because it was tiring hitting them with everything you got or almost everything you got. So I had to learn to start hitting bags, to start hitting other stuff with that same amount of intensity. Versus you just put something out here and there, you hitting full power, but for the most part, they teach you even when you go to tournaments, you have to control it. You ain't trying to kill somebody. You know what I mean? Thank you for your comment, though. Wrestle, Bruce Lee mastering that one kick versus trying to master 1,000. Yes. And that one kick versus trying to master 1,000. You just said it. And listen, that go for the kicks, that also go for the brain. That's what I noticed, on my walk is less is best. You know what I'm saying? Less is best. As long as you put the stress on the body. You know what I'm saying? Less is best. As long as you get something in. This is why I say move and continue to improve. And the Japanese, we say kaizen. Constant and never-ending improvement. They do one thing for the company or for their body or for their mind or for their family. Every day. One thing. All the staff members got to do too. So why? So things are getting better. So things are progressing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Appreciate you for that comment, Jay. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. So I appreciate y'all for coming in. Once again, if you like the music that I play, go check out Dr. Billy Allsbrooks. He got seminars. He got one coming up in New York City. Go check him out. Wonderful brother. I've been to a couple of them already. And I'll be at this one too. I discipline my body and make it my slave. Discipline your mind. Conquer the cookies. Conquer the cookies. Stop talking. Stop talking and go get it. Grind City, stop talking. Grind City, stop talking. Appreciate y'all coming in. Let me just take some more of these comments. And I'm out. Appreciate y'all coming in. Stay blessed, no stress. Jesus love you. Let's go. Okay.